and he was playing COD gun game. He was like killing
grabbing
one guy,
guns.
picking up their gun, killing the next guy.
That
picking
one
up his
too
gun.
with the axe, that dude like swung miss, or no, he hit the dude on the ground that was already laying there.
Oh yeah,
and then,
so like the backside of the axe, the like
and then
spike,
Frank
he
like pushed him into
pushed it.
it.
Yeah, that was
sick.
crazy. Alrighty, boys. The Punisher, one last kill, a brand new Marvel spotlight on Disney Plus. What'd you guys think about it? Just one 45-minute episode, kind of similar to Werewolf by Night.
Yep.
So what were your guys' initial thoughts?
Yeah, overall, I definitely enjoyed it. You know, I thought it was a lot more gory, and because they had that viewer discretion is advised at the start, and like they kind of really focused on that. So I was like, that's a little different. And then it was some gory parts in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was definitely more rated R than I thought it was going to be. That was definitely the bloodiest a Marvel project has ever been.
Yeah.
But I really liked it. I feel like it moved at a really good pace for only being 45 minutes, which I figured it would. Only being 45 minutes, I figured it would move pretty quick because they got to tell like a whole story.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they're just getting us updated to where Frank is at, kind of between last time we saw him in Daredevil Born Again season 1, and then obviously he's going to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day. So they're just kind of giving us a little update in between of kind of where he's at. I'm just trying to think, is this before Daredevil or post Daredevil?
They didn't really say.
Yeah, I would assume it would be post Daredevil and it'll pick up with him in Spider-Man. That's like my obvious thought.
Definitely at the end, but I'm trying to think of that middle part, like where that is. But
yeah, because Born Again season 1, I feel like there was moments where he had, like when they were fighting him and Daredevil side by side, they were fighting inside the apartment.
Yeah.
He had his whole Punisher gear on.
Yep.
So, and obviously we saw him with that at the end. He had the clean fade haircut on the side. So he's way more cleaned up. I would assume it takes place kind of between Daredevil and Spider-Man, just to let you know where he's at before Spider-Man, but I don't know, they didn't really clarify. I also heard John Bernthal wrote this episode.
Yep. He did some directing too of it.
Yep. Yep, it kind of seems like this was his own standalone project, but yeah, it was really good. It moved at a really good pace, like I said. So kind of getting into it, you kind of got it pulled up there. How does it start?
Yeah, it opened with him like that Mother song, like that. It was like that music. Then it was him, and he was like showed that whole Nucci like family newspaper thing. Showed them all with like because he killed him, and then after that it was with that dog. And the that homeless dude outside. I didn't think they would.
Yeah,
do
that was
like
dark
that.
for Marvel. Threw the dog out in front of a garbage truck or like a semi coming through.
Those street thugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was people were saying that reminded him of a John Wick because that happened to John Wick too. Like a dog
they killed his dog. Yeah.
He's coming after him. Yep. And then it kind of went through him like experiencing those visions of Curtis, who from the original Punisher series.
I like seeing Big Kurt in there.
Yeah, I know.
Yep, Big Kurt. We didn't get to see any Dina Madani.
Nope.
That's what was weird about it, because he was seeing flashes. He was like basically going mentally insane. You saw him
that
having
too.
flashes of seeing Curtis.
In that room.
Flashes of seeing Karen Page.
Then he was doing the knife on his chest.
Oh,
like,
yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, he was almost getting like tortured or was talking to his guys in the military. So yeah, that was a crazy scene. He was cutting that X in his chest.
He kind of like said, like admitted for the first time, like, I think I need some help.
Oh,
then,
yeah.
Yeah, that's when he went to the graveyard, his family's graves and stuff. So.
Yep. Yeah, because we saw him pack all those guns away. He packed all that gear away and put like a lock on that bag, and then put it in that like weapons locker and locked that away. And then he took the key to the graveyard to see his wife and kids, and then he left the key there because he was gonna originally kill himself.
Yeah,
he was gonna shoot himself, and then again another illusion. He saw his daughter there.
Kind of convinced him that like giving up would erase her memory or their memory and like everything.
And he had more to do and more to provide, I guess, in his life. Like he was just finding a new purpose, I guess you could say.
Yeah, because at first I thought, because it was like Curtis isn't dead, right? But then it showed Karen. I was like, because it was like Ghost almost, but no, she's alive. Obviously, we just saw that. So yeah, I think he's still around somewhere. Then that Mrs. Nucci or Ma Nucci or whatever. Yeah, she was.
Yeah, she was in that. Yeah, she was in that wheelchair. Yeah,
wheelchair.
Yep.
That shot though of when he was leaving that coffee place, and remember it was just him walking straight, and it was just chaos around him. That was pretty cool.
That kind of reminded me of Breaking Bad when he blew up the building and he was just walking through and it was like chaos going all around. Yep, and he was just walking through it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Started hearing like helicopters and gunfire.
Yeah, like it reminded him of like the military, like his memory in the military. Yeah,
and then obviously she put out
like a hit,
basically put out a hit on his head.
Yeah, but like 647 is when she killed that, because it went through the flashbacks of him killing her whole family.
Yeah, I kind of saw that coming as she was explaining the story. She said, "I lost my family just like you. And I was kind of thinking in my head, like, watch, it's going to be somebody that he ended up killing in the past.
Yep.
So, yep, obviously Frank ended up killing her entire family.
Because they had something to do with like his family's death.
Yeah, they clearly, I think they had some kind of ties to the mob or something. That's kind of what I was picking up on. Yeah. She puts out a murder hit on his head that everybody was going to go after him. And yeah, the scene in the apartment complex was really good.
Yeah.
That whole fight scene where he was just going through like clearing the whole floor by himself.
Yeah, that started with a fire under the door, and then he was on fire, jumped through the door.
And then jumped through the door. Yeah. And he was playing COD gun game. He was like killing one guy, picking up their gun, killing the next guy.
That one too with the axe, that dude like swung miss, or no, he hit the dude on the ground that was already laying there.
Oh yeah, so like the backside of the axe, the like
and then
spike,
Frank like pushed him into it.
Yeah, that was crazy. And then the fight in the coffee shop was good. That was crazy when he was fighting that big guy with all the tattoos, and he took that pin and was stabbing him. Yeah, that was
said a bunch of times in random place. Yep, I was like, Jesus.
That might have been like, from what I remember, as far as the Punisher show on Netflix, that might have been one of the bloodiest deaths we had seen.
I don't remember something like that in the Punisher, like the Netflix one, like something that graphic like that. So,
and then that girl like gave him a flower.
That was towards the end. Yeah,
yeah. When they showed her wave at him in the coffee shop when he first went in there before all hell broke loose, he went in there to get a coffee and she kind of waved at him, and I kind of thought like, oh, that kind of reminded him of his daughter a little bit. And then his daughter, when he was envisioning her at the graveyard, she waved at him the same way.
Yeah, so
they kind of tied that all together.
Yeah, because it was, remember, he was in the middle of the street. He could have went towards the like woman.
Yeah, he could have went after her because they were putting her in the limo. Yep,
but then he chose to save the other family. Then obviously that goes like he saves, and then kind of shows that whole scene you guys were just talking about. Then the ending, fully converted with that being the Punisher again.
Yep, and
cleaning
it seems
himself
like
up, and
it seems like he's fully embracing the whole anti-hero role. He helped out the homeless guy that got his dog killed in the very start. Yep,
I was like, that dude's got to die.
Yeah, he ended up killing the guy that killed the dog. Yeah, that's kind of what I think the direction they're going with him now. He's just kind of like lower street level anti-hero basically.
And that was interesting too, just because like the ending, like they left it open because that woman's still alive, so it's like they didn't really, I mean, they tied up kind of like where he has been, but it didn't really like end. It kind of just almost felt like an opening of a season, like the opening. But because there's no confirmed show with him or anything, just his next appearance is in Spider-Man. So
I kind of
I don't think that's going to be a huge like. He's just going to pop up for like 10 minutes. I feel like.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to play a huge role in Spider-Man. I think he's just going to be a side character in there. Maybe towards the beginning of the movie or towards the middle.
Yeah, middle.
It'll be like a shot of Spider-Man just kind of saving citizens in the city, and I think he'll kind of run into him.
From the trailer, it looks like he was like webbing around, and then he saw Frank in the van. He was like, "Hey, Frank," and then they just kind of just say, I think it'll be pretty quick. But
yeah, I think it'll be a brief interaction.
And then there's no post-credit scene or anything. I don't think any of those special presentations have had them, just like Werewolf by Night or that Guardians Holiday special. But I do like these special presentations, though.
Yeah, I don't mind it as a quick one-off where you can just get it on Disney Plus. I do wish sometimes they were a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Like, I think this would have been better served if it was like 90 minutes instead of 45 because they would have had more time, almost like a small movie. But I guess for just these one-offs, they just don't want to have as long of episodes. They just want it to feel like one episode of TV. But I do wish we were getting more of this. I wish this was at least like a one-season show.
Yeah,
kind of like a WandaVision where it was just like 9 episodes. I kind of wish we were getting more. But that's just because I like Punisher so much. Do you guys have any complaints about it at all? Because I did see a few people complaining online about just kind of a few moments, like, I guess, unrealistic moments where it was when he jumped off the top of the building when he was fighting, he landed on that, like, AC unit and the way it like, broke apart. People were, I guess, complaining about the CGI or, like, how unrealistic it looked.
It looked like a video game character.
Yeah. Like, the special effects of the CGI was, like, super weird there. So I saw people kind of complaining about that on Twitter.
Yeah, that was just one little thing, though. That didn't, like, take
it didn't take me out of it. It wasn't, like, a big plot hole or anything.
Yeah.
And then, like, some people were complaining about how unrealistic it is when he jumped off of was he on like a fire escape or something when he fell off the building
scaffolding?
Yep, and then he hit the he fell through the scaffolding and then like fell down onto that bus or that truck.
And then on the ground.
Like face planted and people were like, he should have broken ribs or a broken leg or something. He should be able to get up and just run down the street. But I don't know. It didn't really bother me too much. All right, so let's get into ratings, guys. What did you think of Punisher One Last Kill? Scale of 1 to 10.
Yep, I would give it like a 9 out of 10 for just what it's supposed to be and everything. I feel like I enjoyed it. Was at a good pace and everything. So, yep, I would give it a 9.
I would give it an 8 out of 10 because it didn't really have like too big of a story to it. It was kind of just character development. Just him getting through his troubles and finally, like you said, getting back to the Punisher.
I agree. I'll probably give it an 8. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I think it was solid. I think it moved at a really good pace, but it kind of had to because it was only 45 minutes. Kind of a pointless storyline, I guess, as far as the whole Nucci family thing, but there's only so much you can do with just like a one-off like this. But yeah, I do like his character development of how he was on the brink of collapse and suicide, and then he kind of has like a revenge arc, comes back into himself, and almost has like a new identity. Like he's fully embracing the anti-hero thing now.
Yeah, being the Punisher again.
Instead of, he really feels like an anti-hero, and he's almost like serving a purpose rather than just being like some villain on the run all the time.
Yeah.
So
Would you say anti-hero or like more of like a vigilante?
I kind of, I guess, one and the same. Yep. He's almost like Daredevil, where he's fighting for a good purpose. Like he's helping people that need help. But Daredevil's whole thing is he doesn't kill. The Punisher just doesn't care. He will kill. So that's kind of where they teeter that line.
Yeah.
But I thought it was solid for just like a little 45-minute one-off for a spotlight. I definitely think this is the best of the 3 spotlights. I liked it better than Werewolf by Night, and I liked it better than the Guardians Holiday Special. But that's just mainly because I like the Punisher so much more too. So I would have assumed out of those 3 that I would have liked it the best. But
yeah, I just felt like the action and stuff. I don't know. I thought it was really good. So
yep, I thought the action was really good, and I like the whole blood and gore aspect of it. Alrighty, guys, thank you so much for watching this review of Punisher One Last Kill. If you guys enjoyed it, let us know what you thought down in the comment section below. Leave a like on this video. We really appreciate you watching all the way to the end. Come back next week for more videos. Peace.